Awesome. Welcome everybody to the Township of Nipissing Recreation Committee meeting, Monday, November 13th, 2023, and it's 6:30, I believe. Am I close? I have no clock.
Yeah.
Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interests? I see none. We're good. Motion to approve the minutes of the committee meeting held October 2nd, 2023. Kathy and Mayor Piper. Go ahead.
So if I could just have the floor for a second. I'd like to introduce Kim Trimble. Kim is going to be taking over for Kristen while Kristen's on maternity leave. Kim is our intern, office assistant. So Kim will be joining us while Kristen's away on leave. She'll be helping us, the secretary, taking the notes and trying to help keep us straight.
Welcome.
I'm excited to be here and joining your committee. So.
Awesome. Welcome.
So I'll be working with Kim and helping her out, showing her what we do, and she'll be helping me with all the paperwork. So it'll be fun.
Yes.
For the next year.
Looking forward to it.
There we go.
Thanks, sorry.
Awesome. No. First thing on our list is the bottle drive update.
So yesterday, Shelley and a few others got the Bear Creek one done, and we came in at 177.20. And there was still some remaining that we'll pick up later. And I understand that Bear Creek got assorted and just needs picked up. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Sorted, counted, yeah.
Sorted, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I will see if I can get away, or I don't know what James's schedule is like, but maybe we can get it before they open on Wednesday night.
I'll see what time I'm done work. Then I gotta get the trailer back, so I think I get the trailer back Friday.
Friday, okay, I'll see, maybe I'll grab the one from the township if somebody has some time to give me a hand to load and stuff.
So what time?
For Wednesday night, okay, so we'll see if we can get them picked up before Wednesday night, before we get another big handful in there and get them all mixed up.
If we can arrange, I'll go with you.
I'll check with you, Will, too,
Thanks.
Wednesday night.
Perfect. Chili cook-off update, next on the agenda. So we ended up canceling this event, just to lack of participation, and we'll try it again in the future and see what happens. I think there's a lot going on around us. Teen dance update. We don't have anybody here that can update us. Do you have anything?
No, actually, I heard it was okay. The attendance, I believe, was around the 25, but don't quote me. We'll see if we can get some other numbers after. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't know much else.
Okay. Next on the agenda, Halloween update.
Halloween went really well, I believe. I believe we gave out 99 bags between the two stations. So I know Shelley was there and James was at this station. You guys have anything to add?
We run out.
Oh, we had fun. It was good. The kids are really good, but I think the weather played a big role up at Station 2. Like there was not a ton of kids and the weather was terrible. So
I know. I bounced from both of them. I was at both, and quite a few just came to the station and they were going home. They weren't even gonna try to go any further. So at least they got to dress up and get out of it.
Yeah, like I said, we run out of candy. At the end, we're into the unpackaged stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I believe Station 2 had 21 bags or something remaining. So
Councillor Turkey joined us at Station 2, so he had some fun. It was his first time joining us up there, so he had some fun. Decorated, some of the firefighters came in and we had a shark costume. So the kids loved it. Kids had a good time.
That's excellent.
Next is Christmas run update.
Christmas run, it's going really well. To date, we have 72 kids signed up. The sponsorship's starting to come in. Don't have the exact numbers yet, but it's gonna look pretty good. We're taking names until the 17th, I believe it is.
What's this Friday?
Yeah, 17th.
And I'll collect them over the weekend too. Yeah.
Yeah, so 17th is the closing, but we always allow for the weekend, so Monday morning we go through emails. And then we'll start purchasing, wrapping the elves and the Grinch, and we'll be going to take pictures and with our great sponsors, and we'll start that on December 1st. On the 9th, Santa Claus will be going to visit all the kids.
What's the date?
December 9th.
Okay.
Right, Andy? Did I say that right?
Yeah. What night is wrapping, do we know?
I don't exactly know yet, but we're probably gonna shoot for the either December 1st or 2nd, the Friday, Saturday before.
Okay.
And then that will give us a week to get all the odds and ends or anything that we need.
So, perfect,
So it's coming together.
wonderful.
That number for kids, is that high or?
No, last year I believe we were 92,
Yeah, somewhere around there.
around 92.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And I think it was like 48 families in total.
So with maybe last week, I imagine the push will be on, we'll all of a sudden get a lot of people coming
Okay.
We can ask that it gets reposted on Facebook just this last week so that nobody misses
Yeah, we're
out
gonna
as a
post it.
reminder.
We'll post it tomorrow on our social media and.
We have lots of new families in the community that may have no idea. So if we can mention it to both township or both stores to remind people as they come that it's coming and what's up and coming, and maybe that'll help.
Yeah, we did send it out to the schools a month ago, 3 weeks ago. I'll double check, but
I think it was that long ago. You're right.
yeah. I think we did 2 events in one. I think we did Halloween and Christmas together or something. So. Yeah, exciting.
Okay, next is the big one, 2024 events and budgets.
All right, this one's a great one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do month by month. And we'll open it up. So January, so last year we had no events in January. So is there anything on for January?
Can I ask, are you looking for a huge event, or I'm looking to put forward like another women's group like we're doing right now with the Stand on Your Feet? And so it would run, let's say, January to March for 10 weeks. So
Yeah,
Which is what the community's asking for, right?
that's chair yoga is what we've really been shaking the bushes for the Thursday morning class. We had 11 last week. That's the most we've had.
And only one man.
And one man, yeah, Eric. And we were missing 2 regulars actually that day, so a possible 13. So when I say everybody's enjoying this class Thursday morning, and I say, how about chair yoga? Yeah, chair yoga. So I've asked the instructor, health unit's paying her, I think, $50 an hour. So if you're looking for a budget for it, an hour a week for 10 weeks.
so the one that we're running is brought on by community
service.
Community service.
Okay, so they are paying.
So would this be in January?
Well, I'm saying, yeah, let's try and start it like January for 10 weeks. And if we ran it twice a year, Kath, I mean, Again, and I think if we're in charge of our own advertising, we had a problem with the poster that went out, you know, that on this course that we're doing on Thursday morning, because it said only over 65. Well, they've removed that. And we've started sending the poster out more on Facebook to friends, that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, we're getting people who are less than 65 by a long shot.
Nobody asked for ID,
No, I know, but
But the
it's the
program-
optics of it. It's,
but the program is designed
Yeah.
for,
yeah. It's not a heavy duty exercise, but all the ones under 65 there are really enjoying it. We
Oh,
had
yeah.
5 new people, all under 65. We're not carding anybody.
yeah.
So I'm just suggesting that if we're looking at a budget, I'm
So
going,
10 weeks, 1 class per week.
yes.
Mhm.
And if I don't know if we're expected to pay like the benefits and that kind of thing, or if it's just I don't know, that would be up to you guys. But I'm suggesting $50 an hour. I think that's
But
what
we
Kim
can't
said.
call it chair yoga.
No, well, Kim's got some ideas on what we can, there was an issue with with Calendar Council and Ohana. So,
Yeah.
and Powassan as well.
Okay.
Change the stationary yoga.
Yeah.
Stationary, but
You
yeah.
know,
can't
no,
call
you
it
can't use
yoga. You can't call it
Oh,
yoga.
because it's not.
Ohana, Ohana.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that word. Sorry.
So,
I'm just saying if you're looking for something like
yeah,
that.
we'll mark that down
Yeah,
for January.
January for 10
and we'll get
weeks.
some more details.
Yeah.
So I'll reach out to you and we'll, okay. Is there anything else for January?
I have a whole list of all kinds of things here, but I didn't specify what month they might be good for.
Okay, do we want to come back to January?
So if we were looking at January, which is gonna be something that kind of sits inside, right? Where
Yeah.
we're gonna do something inside, or something like this jigsaw puzzle contest or the Scrabble tournament might be something that we could do in that month. Like
Or
anything
even
inside these
the,
4 walls. She also has on here improv comedy night for kids. That would be fun.
Like an
It'll be a
open
lot of
mic
fun.
night for kids to get up and do their thing.
So it might be fun.
So is that something you're looking to put on the table for January?
Yeah,
Which one?
so it could be, I would say, I would probably float between Scrabble tournament and jigsaw puzzle contest. So that's it'll get adults out, right?
Mhm.
In a time when people need to get out and
Cool,
among
yeah.
people. Just starting to get the winter blues.
It's already started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would that be an evening, weekend, ongoing? How would that work?
I was just thinking of a one-off to
One
start
day?
with. Yeah. See how it went over.
Okay,
And for the Scrabble tournament, you have to agree on only one dictionary to be used. My kids always mess me up at home.
okay, so jigsaw, would you do that on like a Friday night or a Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, weekend? It would
I
have to be
think a
during the
weekend,
weekend. It'd have to
yeah.
be one of those 2 on
Yeah.
the weekends, right?
Mhm. And that I was thinking of having, like, everybody has to do 2 puzzles, like I've got the same number of pieces for every puzzle, but have 2 different ones at various tables. Everybody has to do 2 and be timed.
Okay,
So it's gonna be an older crowd,
Likely.
so I'd probably say afternoon. Because a lot of people don't wanna drive
Drive
at
at night.
night. So it'd have to be an afternoon, they don't wanna drive at night.
okay. So we'd have to purchase puzzles or how would we?
Probably, I had, well, I had them down admission, $5 a piece,
Mission,
and
$5, okay,
puzzles and prize would be maybe up to $350 for everything.
okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. And would you be looking, so I'm looking at January for weekends where we have the 6th, the 13th, the 20th, or the 27th.
Anything else
I think
already
the 6th
scheduled?
is nothing else is going on in
Oh.
January. Yeah, 6 is gonna be too early.
Yeah,
Maybe around the
The
20th then,
end of the month.
yeah.
or the 27th,
Maybe the 20th?
20th? Okay, well, let's just throw the 20th down. Okay. We will come back to that one then.
Will,
Yeah.
I know the library has a ton of puzzles.
Okay, perfect.
So you might be able to get them there.
Might be able to borrow.
That'd be excellent. We could borrow them and then you could switch it out if you ever want to do it again.
I can hit the North Bay Library too, because I pay my membership up there.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome, Ken.
Anything else for January? Any other ideas or anything?
If this puzzle thing's gonna be the afternoon, what afternoon would you think would be best?
I think we just said Saturday, the 20th, Saturday, the 20th. Right? Is that what we just said?
That's,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I wrote it in the wrong
Yeah,
line.
20th.
Yeah,
What time would you think? Would you do like a 2 to 4 or do you need longer than 2 hours? I've never really built a puzzle.
I usually take these.
well, I'm thinking maybe maximum 500 pieces, you
500
know,
pieces.
so they're pretty easy.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, probably an afternoon, 2 to 4.
Okay. Perfect. We do a little more research on that.
Yeah.
All right. So February, we have the family skate.
I think we should stay with that.
So this year, we did the 19th. So next year in 2024, it'd be February 18th would be the exact, around the same time frame.
Should be family day, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and the 18th is the Sunday. So would you want to stay with the Sunday in between it, or? Does calendar, so we printed off some other local events that have been posted already. Calendar's doing their family day on Monday, the 19th.
let's leave it on the Sunday. If people are
Sunday?
coming to visit here, they're probably traveling back on the Monday, so.
Yeah, I think the Sunday, because then, I mean, Tuesday, the kids are back to school,
Yeah.
so it'd be too late for us. Well, depending if we hold it, I think, like we've been doing with fires and stuff.
Yeah, that was my next question. Are we still gonna do the evening? I know there was some mention about times for fireworks when we did it at Movie in the Park, that we couldn't shoot fireworks until 9:30, 10 o'clock. Family day, we can probably shoot around 6:30.
Yeah,
Anytime.
that'd be
Oh,
great.
yeah.
So
That would be perfect.
what I would like to do or suggest, I don't get a vote, but I was thinking like 2,000 for fireworks for family day. And we do like 2,000 for Canada Day, something like that. So you have two big events. One that's, we can focus around the younger kids at 6:30. And then one on Canada Day, or
The older ones.
hopefully there's not a fire ban, but if we have to push it.
Yeah.
Then would you like to do the same? We did a DJ the last couple years. Is that something you want to stick with, or?
Probably the easiest.
In the winter, for sure, it's the easiest.
Okay. So what I did is I just went by last year, so it was 300. So I'll just put down 300. We'll just check and see if we can get an updated price. Can you do that, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
This is also the DJ the girls can get into for the,
Yeah,
Yep.
he's
Yeah.
also asking
Yeah.
if there's anything else he can do.
Okay, so we're getting some pricing from a couple.
there's one option too for that also might be, if the DJ services, like I believe the one that they had in here provided lights and everything for it too, whereas if we had lights and stuff set up outside for their show, also the kids might like that, with it being a night outside.
Yeah.
Like out on my ice.
Yeah, just out in general, outside the rink, just lights going.
Perfect. Okay, and then I just put, just by previous, I put 500 down for the odds and ends, hot chocolate, et cetera, whatever. This year it was around 7. So,
$700?
yeah, 750. So we have, I put 300 for the DJ and then 500 for miscellaneous. And then the 2,000 on top for fireworks. Then we'll check out DJ, the lights.
With the DJs, when you're checking,
Yeah,
the one thing that was mentioned that the DJ should be age appropriate,
Age,
because some of the music now has a lot of the F-bombs and
Okay.
N-bombs.
Yeah.
I don't think we want to have that at family night.
No.
I think, he was pretty good the last couple of years. He
Yeah.
was really,
He was
Yeah,
really
we'll
good.
just double check and make sure we
Yeah, 'cause
mention
he's a
that.
lot of requests to, like, you
Yeah.
can see the green.
So we did
I
fireworks,
know what you mean.
yeah.
sorry. Last year we did 6 to 9, we did fireworks at 8. It was, one suggestion was moving that down to 7 for fireworks.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure,
Yeah.
I just had that vote, so I don't know
Yeah.
who, okay, so do we still wanna do 6 to 9?
Yeah.
Fireworks at 7?
That just gives them 1 hour of skating.
Yeah.
Well, then they fireworks and then they
They
skate
can skate
again.
again, yeah, okay, that's true.
We could kind of stop, or they could skate and do fireworks at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, the other problem is we kill it.
Yeah, so I guess they just stop skating,
There's absolutely no moving around.
so stop skating, do fireworks, and then
Yeah.
light it all back up again.
Mhm.
Or go home. It's a late
Or do we
night.
do 2 hours? Do we do 6 to 8? Do an hour of skating,
Or do we do 5 to
fireworks?
5 to 8? So 5 to
I
7
think 5 is a
skating?
little much for dinner time for everybody to get ready and get the kids.
It's a Sunday though.
I'd go with the 6 to 8, like you suggested.
Yep.
Then the fireworks.
We'll close the fireworks out at 8.
Oh. So do fireworks at 8 then
Yeah,
instead of
close it
7?
out. Yeah,
8 should be okay for young ones.
it should be, yeah. And it's also family day weekend. It's, there's
Yeah.
there's nothing on the Monday.
Okay.
happening.
Yeah, it was
Nothing
good.
going on Monday.
Perfect. Anything else for family skate?
I mean, the great part of it, the lights
I
are still
will-
on, so nobody has to leave when we're. done.
Correct,
So,
right.
So we'll check hockey schedule, see if we can get some participation, but we'll have to check hockey schedule.
From the, yeah. Do we want to keep it family skate? Everybody's okay with that? Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause what Kim and I will do is, we'll try to do as good a job as Kristen, but we will play with the programming and see what we can do. But we're not guaranteeing anything for next year.
they'll grab timbits and stuff.
Pardon me?
So people will just grab a bunch of timbits.
Timbits?
Yeah,
Oh, good idea.
put a table out with snacks, like just eat timbits and that's the way it's nice.
So Timbits, hot chocolate,
Yeah,
Coffee, tea.
coffee,
Are you doing the fire pits again?
we can? Fire pits?
Yeah, we've done it last.
It's a
2
big
years.
hit.
yeah.
People like it.
Marshmallows or anything at the fire pits, can do that.
We haven't, but
S'mores.
Why don't we get some stuff out there for s'mores? Or the ability for them to do s'mores if they choose to, how's that?
Yeah. It was just more, I think we talked about it before, but I can't remember the reason why we didn't. I think
I
it's
didn't know if
more
we
the
keep-
flaming marshmallow.
Yeah,
issues. I think it
no,
was-
something become a thing.
I mean,
I don't.
hopefully their parents are with them and
I don't want
the
kids and skates around.
parents should be with them, right?
That's
That's
true.
the whole
Sharp
event.
stick.
Yeah.
I think it was only adults who were the ones standing around the fire pits last year.
Yeah, there was.
True enough.
The kids were all. mayhem.
James, I know you donated wood before, or you,
Yeah, I just
Okay.
I got a couple of trees to cut up that are ready to go.
I think we have enough to move on that one. Thank you. March was the spaghetti dinner last year, and it was on the 4th. This year, if you wanted to do that, it would be March the 2nd or 9th would be the two right up tight.
We move it to the 9th?
When's March break?
March rate,
Starting the 9th.
Is
I
it?
believe,
Is it?
I believe it's the week of the 11th, but I'm not 100% sure because I don't have kids.
I mean, the second wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, it's like you said, it starts tonight.
So it's 11 to the 15th?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we have to stay with the second then.
Okay, so the 2nd. All right, is that something you wanted to keep doing as the dinner?
I thought it went over great.
Yeah, I think they look forward to it.
And do you wanna do the biscotti still?
Well, I wanted to table maybe doing a second dinner this year, but instead of spaghetti, do a roast beef dinner.
Okay, do you wanna do that in March or?
Was thinking, in all honesty. October,
Okay,
because we didn't have much going in October
all right.
this year,
Halloween. that's
except for
all.
Halloween. So I thought if we could plug a roast beef dinner in the middle of there,
So,
Thanksgiving,
October,
November,
Yeah,
November.
Thanksgiving.
When's Thanksgiving?
in October.
October.
It's,
October 14th. So it'd be that weekend, I guess.
Okay, so then maybe we move it to a different month then.
Why don't you take over where the chili cook-off was, put it in November?
mhm.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, so you want to keep Scotty dinner for March then?
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this year, we did 4 to 8, or sorry, 4 to 7. It was $15 a plate for 12 and older, eat in or take out. That was the dinner, meatballs, garlic bread, and a dessert.
Coffee, tea.
Yeah, I was just going by the
That's right,
flyer, yeah, coffee, tea.
November's a sketchy month for anything. A lot of Christmas parties are happening, a lot of stuff is going on. To have an event on a weekend in November, it could be really, really hit and miss.
Okay, do you want to move it back to September then? But so I think part of the problem we're running into is there's nothing going on in the month of November for a rec.
Okay,
But
Right,
I think people are busy anyways.
Keep on?
keep on March.
Oh, yes, we'll stay on March. Okay, we'll stay on March. Okay.
Unless you want to do it,
Nope.
replace
Nope.
Scotty.
No,
No,
No, okay.
stay that.
So would you like to stay at the 4 to 7?
Yep.
$15 a plate?
Worked. There's no sense
how did
changing.
we make out last year? Did we break even or?
Oh, we made money last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that?
We made $266.
Yeah,
As
so
long as
kind of
the
the whole
event
point of
covers
last year
itself,
was
we
not
should
to
be
make
happy
money,
with
we
that.
just want to give back to the community.
Yeah.
Right, so we could cut costs if we wanted to.
Yeah, just balance out the other event.
So that's perfect. Any other thoughts or anything on that one?
I got one question, Ron. If we're putting on events and so is Commanda, and you know about it, you gotta let us know so that we're not all tripping over each other.
Good idea. Anything else for March for the dinner? Going once, going twice, sold. Anything else in March?
So this year that's when we did the bat boxes and the birdhouses, right?
It was later now.
It was booked, but it got moved to, the opening of the museum.
Yep.
Okay. So,
So that'd be all then for March, because you do have March break cutting right in the middle of that.
yeah.
Unless we do something for the kids, like one of those or something, I don't know.
No, I don't think they'll come because of March break. Parents taking them away, right?
Yeah.
But let her right.
Anything else for March? So
Good.
April.
Yep.
Scavenger hunt was April the 8th. So we would be looking, the weekend before would be March 30th.
Whatever Easter is. isn't it?
What's Easter?
So
Is it
Easter
early?
is, the 1st.
Wow.
Oh, I guess,
Well, it's Easter Monday, but yeah.
yeah, so the 30th would be that Saturday, right?
So that's March 30th?
Yeah,
April, March.
unless you wanted to go move it up a whole week and do it the 23rd, the week before.
No, keep it on the weekend.
Parents seem to like it. They seem to like bring them out and
So it'd be March the 30th, but that would be April's event unless you want to do something else.
Right.
It was from 12 to 2. There was crafts, egg decorating, cookie decorating, and that one we would do a sign up through the office again. It was at the park. It was 12 years and younger. Yeah, so we're just looking for some ideas, budget. somebody that would like to help take the lead on that. And registration, we'd probably do from March the 1st to about the 18th.
I can work with that one. And I believe last year we spent about $250.
So
Did we not?
Easter, I don't see it on Easter. We'll have to get back to you.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Not on our list. I believe I'd like to say about 300 as well. Yeah.
yeah, we did everything, yeah, at the dollar store.
So kind of same concept then?
Yeah,
Worked well.
so do
Ain't
we want,
broke, don't fix it.
do we want to add something into the middle of April then? What do you got going in your list here? So some of the things that Kathy has on her list, I'll help you.
Thank you.
So some of the things she has on her list, she has an arts and crafts sale, which might be fantastic for April. Yard sales already.
Yeah,
Bake sale, treasure cupcakes, that kind of thing. So the trinkets baked into it, so then they can, whatever's in the middle of your cupcake, it decides what prize you get. Lollipops with painted sticks stuck into styrofoam, paper airplane toss. She has a dance-a-thon on here. Improv comedy night for kids. Pancake or French toast breakfast, which might be a little bit of fun for somebody. Tie-dye workshop, ice cream social, Sunday social. Paint night, we tried that in the past, we couldn't get anybody to come on board for it. We had a hard time signing up
Yeah,
for
there
it, I
was
guess.
only one or two registered for it.
yeah, it
Um,
wasn't learning how to paint. It's like doing pouring the different colors and spinning your board around and stuff, abstract.
That might be a little bit, that might not be as
You don't need to be as talented.
intimidating.
It's more for kids, I think.
And then there's on here, she has a tie-dye workshop, which is t-shirts and stuff for kids, registration and making some t-shirts for themselves.
So if I could just throw that out, is any of those events something you could do at the Easter?
That's,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking, or we have a special day where you can do
Because
all
we
those
did,
things.
we had a craft table, Easter
Yeah.
decorating, cookie decorating. Is there any of that stuff we could throw into Easter?
I'd put the lollipops in there. And maybe the tie-dye shirts.
Depending on the weather, that
I
might
was
be
just-
chilly. 'Cause you gotta soak them, right?
Yeah, well, no,
No?
you get them damp and you tie them up however you want them, and I've used squirt bottles
Okay.
to put the dye on. Then you have to put them in a plastic bag and let them sit for like 6 hours, so they take the plastic bag home.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Would you have a budget in mind that go along with that?
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I had put down, it depends on participation.
Yeah, correct,
I
yeah.
had as a standalone thing, I had registering for $15, but I figured t-shirts we could get for $5 a piece, just at Dollarama or somewhere. Dyes, yeah. Dyes, you get 4 or 5 different colors, might cost just $50. And, gloves, table covers, plastic bags, that sort of thing, maybe another
You
50.
can even almost have the kids supply their own shirts, that way the parents have already sized them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
that's-
your
It doesn't
own
need
shirt and we'll tie-dye it.
specifically a white
Yeah.
shirt, right? As long as it's a lighter color shirt, it still works.
That'd be fun.
That could really your biggest cost too.
Yeah,
And that's the most difficult thing, is to have the shirts match up to the size of the kids, right?
Sure, yeah.
that's why I said pre-register if it was a
Yeah.
standalone,
With your
so.
size, yeah.
Because we run into that, that's what soccer, that's what we have to have a try on thing, because
Yeah.
every shirt you buy from a different store is a different actual size of medium.
So for the supplies and stuff, you'd be about 150?
Yeah.
Probably.
What about for the lollipop?
The other thing
Well,
I'm thinking of, Kathy, when we're adding this in, is it makes that 2 hours maybe a little longer, because I was there for the 2 hours and we were busy, so if we're adding in a couple more things, you might want to extend the time on it, would you?
Now, I'm assuming, I'm just, don't,
Yeah, no.
craft table, that would replace, one of these would replace the craft table,
Yeah.
like you do the
Yeah,
shirt.
Okay,
And
good.
then Easter egg decorating and cookie decorating, would the lollipops kind of fill that in?
Yeah, the lollipop is just, pick your lollipop in whatever color you've got on the bottom. It tells you which little prize thing you get.
Awesome,
Oh,
that'd be cool. Could do that instead of cake, cookies.
Yeah,
It wouldn't take any
Yeah.
time, though, would it?
no,
You just pick it up,
that's, yeah,
Yep.
look
would be
at,
the t-shirts, yeah,
so it'd just be an add-in. I don't think it'd replace any.
good.
Perfect.
and that switches it up a little bit, so it's not the same events every year.
So would,
So I'm
Kathy,
assuming
like you
Kathy,
work
you're
with
gonna help
Shelley on
with me on that.
Sure. I'll work with whomever.
okay. Sorry about that. Now, back to anything else for April, or is that?
No, are we leaving it, that is the only thing happening in April?
Just be
And that's not
very,
even-
very careful of how much you're shoving into a month. Because not everybody wants to spend every weekend doing stuff here. And what you see at the table is what you've got to work with, so we're already one day a month doing the bottle drive. And then you start going other events and other events and other events. You gotta find some more people.
Yep, no, I get it.
And that's definitely something that we've got to look at for sure.
Yeah. So we leave April as it is, and if some, you
Well,
know,
that would be April's events, just.
Yep, it's just
the
at the
way
end
it
of March.
falls, it's at the end of
Yeah.
March.
Right.
So May, this year was trivia night. And that was on May sixth.
And Kristen's not.
Kristen took the lead on that, but unfortunately she won't be able to participate in this round. So do you wanna fill it in with something else? You wanna leave May open?
maybe we just leave May the soccer registration.
You'd have your Scrabble night, if you wanna do your Scrabble night for that night, one day in a month.
Yeah,
Who else maybe she still wants to do that?
No, not gonna be able.
What do you think?
We'd
I'm
have
not
to
sure
kind
how
of
that
find
would
out
work.
who might be interested, or how many might be interested, because we need to know how many boards we might need.
No, it's 3 letter words.
I've
Cat,
got 2 or
dog.
3 boards at home, so we should-
So, yeah, May Scrabble night would be really who's interested, and can we kind of gauge some interest out there?
We do a pre-registration in April and see
So we get,
how many you get.
okay,
And that's for Scrabble night?
So what would you need for Scrabble night?
Need a bunch of boards, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We'd also see if participants would bring a board.
they might
Yeah,
bring
you
it
can
too.
have 4 players to a board
Okay. Never played.
and say 1 prize of something.
And I'm sure we can reach out to the.
What did you,
and
what was the
come up
budget for trivia night?
Trivia night, the expenses were $495.70.
So if we needed to, if we had a pre-registration, it would give us a ballpark idea how many boards we need to bring and come up with. So you could probably, if you had to purchase them, you gotta purchase them. It's just, if it's gonna be popular and people are gonna come, well,
Okay.
And you'd know with your pre-registration.
you would know
Yeah.
what you're
Yeah.
gonna need.
So
What's the date you were looking
you
at,
would be
Will?
looking at the 4th, the 11th, or the 25th. Is the
When do you have your registration usually for soccer? I don't remember.
pardon me?
This is May, right?
It's
So
May.
May long weekends in there.
That's,
gotta be
that's
around-
the 18th,
Stay
to the
away from
20th.
that. Yeah, stay
Yeah.
away from
So it'd
that.
be the 4th, the 11th, or the 25th.
Just gotta stay away from the 4th, because that's your, US long weekend,
So the 11th?
so it'd have to be the 11th.
11th? So you'd be looking at possibly some boards to purchase. That'd be about the only thing.
And
Maybe.
some kind of a,
Little prize. or
Well,
something.
yeah, the prize,
yeah, something.
yeah,
Would they run the canteen again? I
we
don't-
could do that, yeah, but that's gonna kind of be rolled into every event, so it's
Yeah.
just gonna be, so we need,
So basically, we're replacing trivia with Scrabble.
yeah,
Everything should stay ballpark the same.
yeah,
Except for we wouldn't have a DJ that night.
right.
Because
Would there
included in
be
the
an entry
trivia is a
fee?
DJ.
I would think, something
Um,
anyways, minimal.
I had donation
Mhm.
Food bank
and maybe a
donation?
couple of bucks, yeah.
Food bank donation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Are we still
Kathy,
thinking afternoons for that?
Yeah.
So what, so for trivia night, we did, 7 to, I'm not sure, started at 7.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? For time?
7 or afternoon? What do you think is better, Cal?
Okay, for
Maybe-
you Scrabble players, how long is the game? 20 minutes, an hour? I take,
Well,
why I play
About
in
an
street,
hour, depends, yeah.
so what would we guess for number of people? And how would we? You got 4 tables of 4 people. The winner of each table has a final game?
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
thought, yeah, like a round robin sort of deal.
You win or you're out.
Yeah, there you go. So whoever wins at each table moves to the final game,
Yeah.
Right.
right?
You gotta have some little bit of structure, so once you have your structure, then you know, if you say it takes an hour,
You're gonna
You
need
could-
3 hours.
Yeah.
you could put it down like each game, you got 1 hour, so if you dilly-dally, you don't run all the
You're not
tiles. out.
taking 15 minutes to find a word.
Yeah,
You've
but-
got a time limit.
You got a time
So,
limit, the game ends in an hour,
Yeah.
stop score, if you don't get your turn, it's.
You get like maximum
So-
2 minutes or something for your word.
I need timer in one of
Yeah.
my games.
So we need timers and we're looking at probably 3 hours. I think the mayor's right, 3 hours.
So when would you like to start?
What, yeah, 1 to 4.
1 to 4?
I wouldn't want to run into supper prep time.
Okay, we will throw some ideas. We need some rules too,
Yeah,
and I put Kathy down as the lead.
like I said, only 1 dictionary.
One day, yeah, that will be on our rules and we'll publish like we did for the trivia night. We'll do a nice sheet, have it on every table and.
Yeah, because after you do this one, you might find that you might be geared to another crowd that would want it from like 6 to like a night crowd.
Okay,
Yeah.
Like how the trivia one, like I think it was more of the younger adults that were going that way too.
Yeah. Perhaps.
So we'll do a 3-week registration?
I don't think so.
That should be enough, yeah.
So we'll do. So we'll
Yeah, so
figure
I was gonna say, I think I read the name off. Started, we started,
what, yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Oh, no, something, that's for trivia, or for Scrabble. All right, so, and that's it for May. June and July, so soccer. This year, we would be looking at May 16th to June 27th. If we do the same time frame.
Then you're into a long weekend. The May long weekend, right?
Yeah, but you're still on a Thursday, aren't you?
Yes.
Thursday night.
So it'd be the
I just know,
Thursday.
I know what the store looks like on a Thursday of a long weekend. Everybody's running out of town.
Well, I think with, just as my personal opinion with soccer this year, I think we're gonna have to get a list of volunteers that are gonna be able to be dedicated to soccer this year. Because if it's anything like last year, I don't think I will put my hand forward to organize it, because we don't have enough people to make it feasible. Because I mean, we end up getting people complaining about, teams are too big, teams are too small, and then we have to make adjustments because we only have a limited number of people that are willing to help out. So like last year was a bare bones skeleton be able to do it where it was almost not even manageable to do it.
So my recommendation first, that we throw out a registration for coaches and refs before we throw out the registration for soccer.
Because it'll have to be based on that, because we can't possibly keep going, because it's less and less each year for coaches, but more and more kids each year for participation.
Mhm.
So the teams would depend on what we could get for volunteers.
Like, yeah, or the event in general.
So we'll throw out a pre-registration for coaches and refs. If that all works out, we would be looking at 16th to the 27th. That'd be 7 weeks, like we did previous time. Registration be March 1st to about April 18th. The get together at the end would be about $500, and other supplies would be about $250. T-shirt, it was $20 a registration. Thursday nights from 6 to 7. Thoughts, comments?
We still do it, we did it here.
I just think we really need our parents that want to join or whatever, we somehow need them to understand that
School, right?
registration and the availability is based on volunteers.
Sponsored.
And if we can't get the volunteers, we won't have an event.
Sorry, there's two conversations going.
I'll put my name forward for soccer. The other thing I was gonna suggest is the last time when they did registration, and this is kind of what you're thinking, Andrew, too, but I know there were kids that were playing that had older brothers and sisters. And again, twisting their arms, they wouldn't come, you know? And you had to twist pretty hard sometimes, like getting your granddaughter to come and do beer bottles, you know? She's
One
not
time,
gonna do it again.
one time, that was gross.
That might be the second thing is you put out registration and say, do you have an older brother or sister? Because if mom and dad are driving you out here, then tell him to come or her to come, and we'll give you your high school hours and that kind of thing, you know? But that would run in, you couldn't do that till they registered.
Till they registered, yeah. that's
Yeah,
the
and
trick.
that,
And I mean, we've put out the volunteers needed poster. And then, you know, it's always still the same few that come each year to volunteer, and we're not gaining any, and I think we're gonna actually lose a few of them that did, because they're gonna age out, because they've already got their hours and they're graduating, right? So
Mhm.
we're at least, I know, 2 or 3 less than what we had, which is pretty much all, but so.
Did we ever include, the coaches like in a volunteer appreciation? Do you invite them to that kind of thing? 'Cause
we invite them to the end of year volunteer soccer appreciation party.
But are we going to talk about a volunteer
Yeah,
appreciation?
and Kristen had made a special gift for them at the end of the year for it. And then, well, like I ended up roping in a couple of our firefighters to do it that didn't want to do it. But
Yeah, they wanted to watch
They wanted to watch their kids this year rather than coaching him, but they still jumped.
Thing is, so when you coach, you can watch them because then they get to play.
Yeah. see,
Otherwise, as a,
Unfortunately, they couldn't watch their own kids, they were coaching other.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
to throw them on different teams.
yeah, that, you know, if they could coach their own kid,
Mhm.
then their own kid gets a lot more time on the field.
Yeah,
And if not, I'll coach and their kid won't get any time, they don't get to watch them anyway, so they should have volunteered to coach.
Okay, so we'll start with that. Everybody good with that?
And what Andrew said, what James said is right, it's so hard to get volunteers,
Mhm.
just really difficult.
So in June, July, a lot of people will be having kids at home and brothers and sisters babysitting. I asked if there's a babysitting course available. Is it something that we could pay for and have them register?
So actually, the fire department is doing that.
They're gonna do that?
We're already in negotiation and talks and, yeah, cause it's gonna fall under our emergency management and, public education and stuff. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
I
I was actually gonna talk to the firefighters tomorrow, Wednesday night. We tried to do it last year, but it couldn't work out with, the providers and stuff, so. I might reach out to you and we're working on costs and everything and timeframes and their time frame that they're looking at doesn't work our timeline, cause they're looking at a Monday morning during school. So I emailed them back and said, do you wanna reconsider your dates? And I haven't heard back, so. To be tuned, but that is one, so we're looking at a babysitting course and a stay-at-home alone
Yeah.
course.
One's for 10-year-olds, the other's for 12-year-olds.
Yeah, so, a great idea, I love it.
I was saying that a bottle drive money could pay for that, if kids trained.
And if you train them to be babysitters, they could be soccer coaches.
Entry fee is.
Yeah, we'll pay for the babysitter course.
Yeah.
You volunteer for
And you do the little kids soccer.
All right. Anything else for those two, June or July?
July's Canada Day, right?
July is Canada Day, great, my sheets are
Can I-
wrong.
Can I add something quick for Andrew? Do you have any of your graduating soccer players? Can you rope those into,
I'd have to look, but they wouldn't be of age for having to get their hours for.
they might wanna pass
Maybe,
on their knowledge?
yeah, well, like I said, we're gonna do a general forum again and ask and just put it out there that we need volunteers, like it's a must that we get volunteers prior to.
Kim and I will work on that and hopefully have a draft for the meeting in December. So Canada Day, we have number one, the June 29th, the 30th, or July 1st.
Do we know what calendar or Powassan are doing?
Calendar is not on here. So either they missed it or they haven't picked the date yet. Oh, Fun Fest, I bet you June 29th. I'm wondering if they're gonna do Fun Fest Canada Day in one.
29th, what day of the week is that?
That would be the
It's Saturday.
Saturday of the Canada Day weekend.
And officially Canada Day then is
Is the
Monday.
Monday.
Is the first, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is last year we were originally doing it on the
No,
first,
we just happened to find this on.
because they don't give us the funding like before, if we do it on the off day, is that right?
I posted. I believe we did it on, last year, 2023, it was on July 1st because it was a Saturday.
Yeah.
You get basically your local population if you have it, if we had it on the first. You're not gonna get your tourists because they're gonna go home on the first. Because they go back to work on the second. Probably, yes, they go back on the second, so you're gonna have more locals. You may get, the North Enders that might have been at Calendar Fun Fest 2 days before and then come to ours, I don't know.
So the other thing we have to keep in mind, fireworks probably won't be able to shoot them off until about
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, quarter to 10.
Yeah,
So what if we do it on the 30th? Okay.
Yeah, it splits it.
Yeah,
James?
Think so? What do you think, James?
Yeah, it'd have to be Sunday,
Yeah,
yeah. Better play Sunday.
we'll have the season-ending soccer party that day too.
I believe we wanted to try to, hopefully, as long as we don't get rain delays, try it on the last Thursday.
Yeah, the
That's
last-
what we were gonna try this year,
27th.
but we had so many rain days.
Yeah.
Every week, kinda,
Last day of soccer was a rainy day. It's like, oh,
every last day of soccer was a rain day.
yeah.
Good.
Fireworks, I have a budget of 2 to 2,500, just to put a budget. Cake, I have 300. And then we just need some activities and stuff, but we got a bit of time to think about that one.
What
We have
about
the date, what,
going back to a live band again, if we could? Price it out.
does anybody wanna look at some bands or get some ideas and pricing for bands?
I can check around, but I'm not in that ballpark, but I'll look around and see what I can find.
We'll give it a shot. The 30th, what? Sorry.
I have a question. What if we put it out there, the since we're looking for a live band
Yeah.
at our candidate and have them come to us?
Yeah, even
Might have a
live band
couple.
suggestions.
Yeah, what if we do that and then everybody's not,
Or just a question, do you wanna play Canada Day?
yeah,
and get a few bands
would that work?
local,
Just wondering.
like that.
Especially now, we have the bleachers out there, so if they set up facing the bleachers, I mean, a lot of people can sit out there.
Well, we can throw it a post and see, for sure.
I think we just have to go back to Mayor Piper's point of just the appropriateness of the band.
Yes.
as well, for the community event.
And most of the bands, most of our locals
I would
are.
think there
virtually-
probably would be mindful of that.
They're not hard rap.
Yeah. So we can ask them to be mindful.
A teenage band.
Okay,
Yeah,
we got enough to start on that one.
Oh,
yes.
August. We did movie in the park. Is that something you'd like to do again?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Okay,
That was the first time I was there. I thought it was excellent. You guys did a great job.
so this year we'd be looking at the 10th or the 24th.
So the 10th with the 24 backup,
No,
okay.
one of the two and then a backup date. The 17th is Sirens in the Park, so
Okay.
we'll try to avoid that. So we could do something like the 10th and then the 24th backup, or the 24th and the 31st as a backup.
Getting really close to Labor Day.
Yeah.
I'd go 10th and 24th.
10th and
I
24th,
think
okay,
that's a good idea.
so that'd be back, 24th would be the backup. Budget, I threw in 2,700. That will cover the biggest expenses, the movie production, the movie fees. The popcorn stuff, we'll invite Home Hardware again. We have the canteen, which will just get it revolved from every event. That's pretty well it. There's not much.
I would add food donations to that. Food bank. Try to keep that a common theme.
Food donation.
Good idea.
That one is pretty easy. We just have to let them in around 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, just to let them in for power. So that's a pretty great event.
I wonder, should we do a barbecue again? For hot dogs? I mean, it seemed to be everybody was happy eating hot dogs while they were,
We gave away, but yeah, they were
Wasn't
all-
that the soccer
it
party?
was, but I'm wondering if we should just do it.
yeah, we gave them to everybody.
Yeah.
That was a soccer party, but we,
Yeah, cause
everybody.
we just did based on donation and we just put it towards whatever.
Barbecue donation.
Yeah,
When you're gonna have your canteen there with pop and water, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
We sold hot dogs, we just regular, so if you had $1.50, so then anybody could purchase, then do a food donation for anybody coming to watch the movie.
cause in that movie night too is also basically our canteen clear out. Or the museum usually donates a lot of their candy to get cleared out as well to be sold, and we sell all our, extra freezies from soccer.
Yeah, because Heritage Day is on the 18th. So that would work out good. There'd be, moving the park on the 10th, the weekend off, then Heritage Day on the Sunday, so that'd be perfect. All right. September, we had a trunk sale. The only comment I heard or anything about the trunk sale was, what about doing one in May or something earlier in the season, but
And have more space.
more space again?
You guys did it in the whole park this year, didn't you?
No,
Oh,
We had
we
16
did it
vendors.
where, on the rink side, where the little kids used to play
The,
soccer.
we had to move it, cause we got a whole bunch of rain that day,
okay.
and we didn't wanna wreck, that side of the field. So weather depending, if we can, yeah, we could do it bigger, but if it's raining, I feel we should stick to that one area. Cause if we rut it up, it won't affect any other event we have going on.
What
Yeah.
about the, I don't know, the size comparison, what about the township office parking lot? Have it sectioned off and then you're actually paved area.
That might be a really good
I think it
idea.
was be too small.
Would
don't
it?
you think?
Okay, that's why I wasn't sure.
We were quite a bit
size-wise.
bigger than that.
Well, we had that whole front from the trees to the rink, to the rink shack, to the far end of the rink shack.
Where it helps a lot is it's true, all our sections, put the vendors in, they're there all day. Some of them at points have some kind of shade. When you move out to the other areas, you got nothing, and if it's a hot day, it's a hot day.
So going by last year's, we'd be looking at September the 14th. We did 9 to 2 with an 8 o'clock setup. There was a $10 fee. I know there was a little bit of talk about, do we charge a fee or don't we charge a fee?
Our fee's awful low, but
Yeah. It's nominal.
Well, like you've always said, you do the
You gotta
$10 in it.
you gotta put skin in the game, or they have a tendency, I got something else to do, we'll go somewhere else.
The $10 fee and a donation to the food bank. That's what we did this year.
So you want to stay with that?
Sure.
I'm very good with that.
Do we want to do the 9 to 2 still with an 8 o'clock setup?
Yeah, I think that's long enough.
I think worked out really well.
Yeah,
All
some
right.
people were
Any
packing up
other-
about one.
Yeah, but that's their choice. They want to pack up.
We'll do a pre-registration again.
Yeah.
And do that. I put more space, so we'll work on that.
And that'll really depend on how many people sign up, you know? You have less or the same number.
Yep. Okay.
And that we can coordinate with you too, Ron?
Yeah. Seem to be promising this time.
Cause like, we're kinda doing this now, so you gotta take it back and try to get on the same date.
Yep.
And that way we can make it a joint or put it out, so that everybody knows to go to both ends.
Indeed.
I know I said my piece to always go to the other end and command it, and a lot of people didn't know, and some said, we just come from command and we're coming here. So we're.
Then we had a few that said they were gonna head out that way
Yeah.
on the way through, so it worked out really well. October, so October, there was a team dance on the 14th. And we had Halloween. So Halloween is pretty good. We collect donations, we do it at the firefighters, and we open both stations. Anybody from rec is more than welcome. So we just need team dance. Is that something you'd like to look at? Do you wanna change it, replace
We should
it,
stay
do
with it.
nothing?
Well, the other two that normally run it, as long as they're willing to run it again, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I won't speak for them, but. that's up to them.
Okay. So if it works out, it would be either the 11th or 12th, depending if you want to do a Friday or Saturday, or 18th, 19th.
What's Thanksgiving weekend?
Thanksgiving weekend is the 14th. That's why I jumped it. And these are just dates I picked. You guys even more than welcome to pick any dates you want, but.
Mhm.
So I believe, don't quote me, but I believe it was 35 the first time, which was held on a Friday. And it was like 24 or something the second time that was held on a Saturday.
And the first one was
Yeah.
in July, wasn't it? It wasn't during school,
Yeah.
July or August.
Correct.
And it did better.
So that was one thing was brought up was maybe it was a Friday night, so family still had Saturday to do something. It didn't mess up the whole weekend. Or maybe because school wasn't in, I'm not sure.
Should we add that in July as well then? If their first one was in July?
We only have something on the first, correct?
Yeah.
So you could just put to be determined teen dance July.
Yeah.
And that'll give them the opportunity.
Okay, we can bring that one back up forward, next meeting.
Sure.
I'll just mark it down and we have a couple thoughts on it. Okay. November was the chili cook-off was scheduled and it would have been on the 18th from 4 to something. Unfortunately, I gotta be canceled over top of it. And there was another thought.
So can I just backtrack for 1 second? I got a note here from Lauren about teen dance.
Okay,
She's willing to commit to a teen dance every 3 months if we'll allow it. And the DJ she's used is willing to commit.
Changes his music.
If he changes his music, yeah. So if we're looking for commitment from Lauren, she's committed for teen dances every 3 months. We could just put it out there, get them set down for dates afterwards.
Because right now we have one every 6 months.
Yeah.
okay, so we'll throw that one back up. Okay. November, a dinner.
That's what I was thinking, and just put it out there, we were thinking just a nicer dinner, like a roast beef dinner or something, not spaghetti, just a roast beef, a little higher cost involved, so put it out there and asked if somebody I knew would be willing to carve, because they said basically you can't carve roast beef, it has to be carved on the spot, so he would be willing to carve the roast beef per person as they come up, so roast beef, mashed potatoes, green beans with glazed carrots, a nice dessert, and then away we go. And it might be worth it. So, asking her for prices, we could probably put it out there about $20 to $25 a plate. If spaghetti at this point is 15, and all in about $625 our cost.
And how many people is that based on?
100.
100?
Yeah.
Now, would that be something you do pre-sell tickets, or is it just first come, first served, you're 100, or?
I would first come, first served to 100. The only reason I brought this up is we've had quite a few people, and I don't know in the past, Christopher's done a hot roast beef on a bun through the chip trailer. Tons of people are asking about it. So this might be something where they get to come out and do something.
So that'd be something that'd be prepped here, and looking for some help to do potatoes and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is in November,
Correct.
so you're right in the middle of your 2 weeks of hunting.
Have to almost do it, what we're doing this year, on a Saturday or Sunday at the end of the second week.
Yeah,
That,
So it would be.
change it a bit so that something to do with the wives, like not every wives goes hunting, maybe they could have a wives dinner or something.
I mean, we could do something like that too, right? If we can.
I actually know some wives that go hunting, and the husbands stay home too, so.
Well, to each their own, and then they can come here and get a meal.
So
For now, all we have to do is the date and then go from there.
would be, yeah, so deer hunt rifle would be the 4th to the 17th in 2024. So you would leave you with, if you wanted to do like the 22nd, 23rd after the rifle,
Yeah,
or the 29th, 30th?
I would go the earlier date,
yeah.
because I think what James said
Christmas.
earlier,
Yeah,
and I've been listening, that North Bay's having their Christmas November in 1 week or 2 weeks and that kind of thing, so. Or you could go to the dinner and then go to Christmas someplace else.
So calendar has their light up Christmas on the 30th. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I'm assuming that's something to do with lights.
They do
Yeah.
the big trees
Okay.
down at the lake.
yeah.
And I think that's when Boston has their parade of lights. If they have it, because they lost their sponsor.
Yeah, they
So-
just posted the date.
Pardon?
They just posted the date, December 2nd or something.
Okay,
So
For 2024? Or this
So
year?
that was this year.
Oh, okay.
maybe something maybe a little less complicated, maybe breakfast instead of a dinner. And it's pretty simple to do your bacon and sausage, eggs. Do it in the morning.
I think we could throw that on one of the other ones, or even on Heritage Day, have something like that. Have breakfast,
Yeah,
and then you go to Heritage Day, whatever, and keep the bigger dinner for the 18th or whatever in November.
Well, Heritage Day is August 18th,
Right.
and the movie in the park is a pretty self-efficient event.
yeah.
So you could do something like that if you,
like a pancake breakfast
because
with
I believe
your
Heritage
bacon,
Day
everything that,
starts at 10
that he's
o'clock,
talking about, right? It would
Yeah.
sound
10 to
fantastic.
4, or 10 to 3, I believe Heritage Day is.
Right.
So you could do like a breakfast leading into, and then hopefully everybody goes down to Heritage Day after that.
Right.
Yeah,
Good
either
idea.
that, I'm
That's a
sure we
good
could get, we have, I don't know, 3 or 4 maple syrup producers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would probably help out a wee bit.
Okay, we'll
Eggs.
throw something together for a breakfast on the 18th.
And,
Next
and
meeting.
we'll check with the museum
Correct, and see,
Yeah.
yes, for sure.
if they're good with that.
Yeah. So back to the dinner, would you do it on a Friday night or a Saturday night?
I'm probably Saturday, because people are gonna be rushing home Friday from work.
So would you wanna do like the 23rd after the weekend after rifle?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll shoot for the 23rd. And what time to what time? Would you do 4
Probably
to
the 4
7?
to 7 again, stay with the same as the year, no changes.
How long to cook a roast?
I'll
3
be-
hours?
Oh, no, we're probably looking at,
We're not gonna buy, when you get to
We're
the
looking
store,
at-
you're gonna get a roast,
I'm gonna
so.
be honest with you, it's probably gonna end up being smoked, and you're probably looking at 18.
So just like you gotta do potatoes, you gotta like,
It's easy.
I know, I'm not saying it's difficult,
Yeah,
Takes
it's
time.
time.
no, so we'll
No-
probably throw the roast on and have it ready in time for dinner for the 4 o'clock. So it comes off and
So
goes
it'd
right.
probably be an all-day event or an all-afternoon event? By the time you
I
do
would think,
potatoes
would
and,
you, be starting at noon for your cooking
Prep
staff,
work.
would that be
Yeah,
Yeah,
pushing
that, I
it?
think,
Yeah.
no,
To
I
the
think I
limit?
would do it.
Or would you have to wanna start earlier?
We have more than enough stoves.
Yeah.
More than enough stoves, potatoes can go on, then they can go just kept warm in the oven. And they could be just kept warm in the oven if they're done earlier. The
Vegetables
carrots,
don't take any
yeah,
time.
and the carrots and beans are steamed or steamed, so then they take no time at all, you're looking at, so we were talking about it, So push comes to shove when we pulled the numbers, we're looking at a 50-pound roast needed. And that takes them to 8 ounces raw per person at 100. You're looking at 20 pounds of carrots, 15 pounds of beans, and a 50-pound bag of potatoes. So that's kind of where we're looking at.
So you got 50 pounds, probably take you 2 hours or more to peel that.
Yeah.
So like with noon,
Noon should do it.
Should, like,
Noon should
I don't
not be a
wanna cut
problem.
it short and have
Yeah, no, noon should not be a problem at all.
people panicking, how many do you need for the kitchen? That, we'll have to get some of that stuff
Yeah.
a little more
Okay,
under control.
we can put some ideas together and
Mhm.
talk to the appropriate people. Anything else for November?
And then we go to your Christmas run.
And then December will be our Christmas run. We'll be looking at around December the 7th. And we'll see after this one.
Yeah.
Any other events or anything that you'd like to put forward, or any other projects or anything you'd like to see for 2024? That we kind of put on the books to make sure we include in the budget?
Pickleball court.
That's in the master scheme budget.
James, one night you had thrown out card party for us old folks. Have we ever thought of that again? Like, I used to play euchre with the calendar group
Yeah.
down there.
I don't think they
We've
do that
never-
anymore.
No, after COVID.
No.
But I wondered whether we had ever looked at any kind of,
We need something, we do a lot for the kids, we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
do a lot for the older people, and I think we have to find something,
Yeah.
whether it's crib night once in a while, or a euchre night. I don't know when, winter months would be the time to do that kind of stuff.
the other thing, can I ask again then about volunteer recognition? Are we doing
Once every 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's how it's been for the last, as long as I can remember.
mhm.
And, Will, pre-COVID, the committee used to fund presents for the Commander Christmas Children's Party.
Okay,
Probably around $300.
okay. I was not aware of that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
I think the committee did.
Okay, I will look into that.
Is this the table that we throw out then suggestions even for freebies, like at that town hall meeting, and we were talking about the landfills, and I think you and Dave Yam said something about composting. I'd love to learn how to compost, do it properly. Like, is this where we put out these ideas of bringing in freebie speakers, like maybe a ministry? Is this
There's
who
going to
does
be,
it, or,
that wouldn't be recreation.
okay,
And there will be a public thing about, in fact, tomorrow at council will be just the first report on the landfill, and then after that, there'll be public meetings. So they would come out at that. That'd be the good time.
So what council could probably do is just put out a forward, maybe we could find somebody to help, or even an online program or something.
Talk about composting, yeah, because that's one of the things in the strat plan for landfill and diversion. So,
okay,
I made a note of that too, just for council,
okay.
but we have 2 representatives from council, so they can.
Okay, so other ideas like that, we can sort of bring to this
Oh,
table
for sure, you can
at
always
different times?
bring-
Okay,
Oh, for sure, and
Oh,
we
super.
can direct you or help you for sure. Or you
okay,
can just shoot me a message or an email or anything at
Okay.
any time.
Who's the gentleman from CBC that does the garden show all the time?
Ed Lawrence.
Very reading person you can put out there, and I'm sure he would probably come.
Yeah, I just thought it would be
Pickle
something in
picnic
hand
each.
to bring everybody together and talks about the landfill and
So-
let's do this, if it's allowed, you were said that night, I think,
We'll talk,
is it
we'll
allowed?
talk through council and
Okay,
We're gonna find out a lot tomorrow
tomorrow
night.
night. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Tomorrow
quite a-
night for
quite
the
a good-
first time.
Yeah,
We meet with our provider for the landfill.
so how much of this would you like to see put through budget? And how much would you like to see through bottle drive?
can I ask how much you have collected, like last year over, or
In
even
bottle
this
drive?
year in bottle drive?
I have it here somewhere.
Something like 5,000 as well.
This amount, is in reserve, and this is in reserve. And so this is the total amount, but this amount has been pledged for what we're over. And that the committee has, saying this pledged this amount from the 2023 bottle drive that we're in a deficit account. So we have this, but out of this.
Yeah, so right now there's 5,975 remaining. In total, to date, it's 10,140.80.
To date, then, is that what we collected from January to now, or is that from when we started the bottle drive?
That would be from when we
When we
started.
started.
Oh,
That's what we have in reserve and
Mhm.
to date. But there is some coming out. For 4,400 and change is coming out for what we offset this year from. So what we like to do is we like to plan 2024 to see what we want to take out of the bottle drive fund. We shouldn't be taking from the bottle drive beforehand, but we were a little, it's still new to everybody, so we're still trying to catch up, but. So are we looking to take 5,000 out of bottle drive money and rest budget for these events, or somewhere like a 50-50, 60-40? What would you like to ask for tax from the taxation to what we like to raise to help with events?
I'd say half and half from bottle drive and half from taxation.
Okay, we'll sheet that out and we'll see what the numbers would be like, and I think it's very doable, for sure.
I mean, everybody sitting here, you're the bottle drive people, you know?
Yeah.
You've brought in every cent, or we've brought in every cent from the bottle drive of late, so, you know, do we want to spend all the money for the bottle drive? And Kathy's taxes don't go up, or do we want to?
And what we like to do is, it's a little late, but we are starting, but we're gonna do some recognition, like we are gonna post that bottle drives was funded for the soccer equipment, some of the soccer equipment, the teen dances, some of the events. So it'd be nice to say that this dinner was helped offset by the bottle drive, and
yeah. That's good.
so people recognize it as well.
That's what Jillian was
Jillian,
asking us.
yeah.
What does the money go
Yeah.
for? So she could tell people. So we
And
were
she
kind of
did with
telling
that
her.
lady when we
Yeah.
were leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the movie in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we can
Playground.
do is if we, once we're done with our budget, and we say 50% is coming from bottle drive, we can say the bottle drive helped do all these events this year.
Where are we at with purchases? Is there anything like the playground, like, do we need another picnic table? Do we need better garbage cans? Do we need, what do we need?
We had a bunch of picnic tables donated. The garbage cans we just purchased last year, they're working out very well.
Yeah.
We may have to look at something alternatives for Lynx Beach. We are having some problems with that garbage cans there. But the ones at the park and the other ones were good.
Which the Lynx
What's
Beach
the
has always
issue?
been an issue.
What's the issue? Like,
They're throwing everything in.
maybe that'd be the time to look for another bear bin to put in there, because they're very hard to.
No, it's just,
No,
it's
it's-
bags from other places. to
It's-
shove them.
Yeah,
Okay, we can't stop
The
that.
camp.
and it's,
If not, they'll throw it in the ditch, they'll throw them in the
That's
bush,
why,
they don't care.
like, like 1 year when I was in that area, they got taken away because of that reason, because there was people constantly putting. in
No,
front of
no,
Yeah,
like I said.
we had the same thing at Wade's Landing.
yeah,
They put a
Yeah.
garbage can up and everybody from the island.
Yeah,
yeah, and we knew that when we put them there, that there was possibility we may have to remove them, but
What about going to a smaller can?
they
we
just
cut,
filled them up just as
we
fast.
cut, we cut holes, so you only put so big in, and they
No,
shove
I
them
mean,
in.
like, we got a 45 gallon drum, let's go to a 15 gallon.
Yeah, but the hole was only so big, so
They're
Yeah.
still gonna fill it.
They're
they're gonna
still
fill
full.
it and then,
Overflowing, right?
Are they locked so that they can't get in them?
they're bolted. So,
People will still throw their bags down beside it.
Oh, that's what I mean, that's my idea is to,
but there
if
was a lot
somebody
of,
sees somebody dropping a bag beside the bin, that's not where it belongs, right?
Yeah.
yeah, there was a lot of like, animal feces and stuff thrown in, and some in bags, some weren't in bags, so our staff can't go do that.
No.
So,
Oh, bottle drive too. I was gonna bring up, we need bags.
more
Those
bags?
ones you gave me, they're gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I
Bags,
haven't
what
been
kind
the
of
last
bags?
couple times. so.
Large bags for the cans.
Yeah.
Large clear bags?
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
get
we just,
Would,
we can,
at our end, would you just want a table or something to sort on?
Jillian said whatever tables come in that people wanna throw it or whatever, she'll
She
put
said-
beside the shack.
Cause I know the
There's
last
one
time I
that-
did it on the table, like I put a
Yeah.
box up and then sorted it as I went.
I just found them heavy, that's all. And we
Yeah.
were trying to use up all, and we need more boxes too, so trying to save
That
boxes.
boxes, you just go to the two stores and they will give you boxes.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should
I
be able to
usually go in
at the
The day
liquor store,
before.
the LCBO?
and they give me boxes.
we should be able to give you bags too.
And they don't, I don't know if they have bags anymore. I know this one doesn't have any bags.
No.
And I will be honest with you, they're huge.
That's, we put 240 cans in each bag.
240?
Yeah,
Well, that's the ones I got. from
But we
here.
don't,
Yeah.
it's because they bag them, we don't, right?
Right, we
That's
just
okay.
do
We can
120.
get some bags.
I can also
Okay.
bring one of the big can ones.
Like, is there anything like,
I don't think
like,
so.
for me, a table is key, but, gloves,
Yeah.
anything else? That'll
We
make our
just
life
kept going.
easier.
Yeah,
More tables would be good, but like I said, Jillian has offered to just
Yeah.
put aside.
I
anything
know
that
that
comes
those
in.
plastic ones are on sale at Canadian Tire right now,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
you can get a 6 foot table for $60, whatever it costs.
Any other budget items that you'd like to see in there for 2024?
Did the sign get up at the park?
It did not, but the sign did arrive, so it's in the, we'll be in the basement and we'll get her as soon as we can. There's actually, I have a bunch of signs to put up at the fire department too, so we're gonna rent a post hole digger and
You wait till the spring now?
probably wait until the spring now. Cause I gotta get the one done at Station One, out in Command, there's a bunch of projects.
We were talking one time about putting, sign boxes at the landfills. Did that happen or no?
It didn't happen, we're gonna have everything and we're just gonna work with the road super to see if we can find a place that is visible but out of the way for everything.
Right now, James, we're waiting for our new company, Pinchin,
Mm.
and they're gonna tell us what we can do in the dump, the landfill. What we can do in the landfill and where we can put things and I know we're making application to try to increase it. Because as you pointed out about 4 years ago, and it all came true, and we're gonna find out more tomorrow night. Tomorrow we'll find out for sure.
We're just trying to hold off a bit, cause if there is any jigging that has to be done, we don't wanna be putting stuff in and then having to move them, so we're just
Yeah,
kinda
I
holding
was,
tight.
I thought they would be going something near the bottle dry boxes in that way.
Well, that all might have to be moved and there might be a bunch of juggling that may have to be done, so. We're going to allow that to be done first and then
So we're treading water on that till we know more.
So ultimately, we could have to move that out of there.
We're not saying anything at this time, like, we're not gonna have to move it out, but it just may have to be relocated. But that will be all worked into the plan for the landfills. We're not losing anything, it just might be new locations or something, but
Relocate.
that'll be all worked in.
Yeah.
To the plan, I'm guessing. Well, sounds like we're gonna have a busy 2024, and we'll put, Kim and I will sit down and do some notes and some pre-planning and bring some things back on the December 7th meeting, or the 5th meeting. And we'll prepare for 2024.
Awesome.
I think this is great. You guys are way ahead of the curve here. So,
Yeah, by doing this tonight, we can start putting out the first 6 months. And I know a lot of people have it on their fridge. So what's going on for this first 6 months, and then we'll send it out. We get it out to the schools and on social media. So this gives us the opportunity to do a lot more throughout the year for advertising.
and as always, you can't say enough to the people sitting around these tables tonight. You worked really hard, and that's why we have bottle drive money, and that's why we can do these things. So, pat on the back to yourselves. Congratulations for getting us through 2023.
Yeah, it's excellent. And we're not held to only do these events. If you decide you would like to add something, it just gives us the opportunity to advertise and budget.
And the card party, I think those are really good ideas, but they could be an afternoon thing. We could look at that. And, that can go in on a later time,
Yeah, and there's no budget items like deck of cards or nothing. So like, that's not,
I'm sure when the casino told what we're doing, they would donate them.
yeah, that's,
after they punch it all in them.
so that's
Yeah,
perfect.
exactly.
Yep,
Yep.
so we can look at that because,
Well, thank you very much, and you give Kim and I something to work toward. We'll get Kim going right in there.
and, I did take the opportunity to thank Kristen because she warned us,
Oh, yes.
but she didn't expect to be not here tonight, and that's just the way it worked out. We're lucky to have Kim here, and I did talk to Kristen and thanked her and told her what a good job she had done, and I'm sure she'll see this and we'll talk again, so.
For sure. I talk to her on a regular basis, so we'll still be picking her brain and.
When is she having her baby?
Pardon me?
When is she having her baby, do you know?
January,
January,
Oh, okay,
that's why she expected to be here.
okay.
Okay, next on the agenda, sorry, motion to approve a donation for the 2023 Christmas run. So as much as we're getting great donations, and I think we're just gonna make sure we're okay, Will, is that the plan?
Yeah, so if you'd like to contribute anything to it, you could, donate anything you like, and
So when
we
we're,
may or may not need it, depending on how everything comes, or we just add it in and have the rec.
How much are you looking at?
what are you thinking? That's what we're asking you, what do you think as a committee?
I think we
Well-
generally did 500 a year, I think was what we did. I think that's what was legal, usually.
I believe that's somewhere around that was,
Yeah.
It's so hard to tell what your donations are gonna be.
yeah, it is.
Like, if you make it more and then you don't use it, then you can give it back or put it in
Or
reserve.
what we could do is, the rec committee could purchase books for their family. We could do something like that. We usually do like a family gift along with the kids' gifts. And we're looking at doing, books from the school this year. So every book the school sells, they get a portion back to go toward their library. So we'd be helping a family get a book, and we'd be actually helping our local school better their library as well.
They give a cost of what they're looking for.
Some books are $7, some are 10. It ranges depends on the book.
I was looking at some of them, there were some in there that were 3 for 10. It really depended.
How many families? 48?
Last year we had, I believe it was 48.
Yeah, cause I know when I did the book, the 1 year I bought the books, so I bought, it was like 40 of the same book, and it was, I got a price on it.
And the other thing you're looking at is, as Ron pointed out, years before COVID, we gave money to the Christmas and Commanda, so that could be a donation as well.
We could do something like that. And put it right on from the rec committee. Nipissing Township Rec Committee.
Yeah.
For which one?
For a book or whatever for a family gift or something.
Right.
We could do something like that. And then as for Commander, we need something in writing. And put it on, we have to put that on the next council
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah,
I'm missing something.
what we're looking at now is a donation that we're going to make from this committee towards the Christmas fun run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the commander part I'm missing.
Commanda,
Are they not part of the Christmas run or?
They can register, Commanda, yeah, anybody in Commanda, any child
Yeah,
12 and under in the Commanda can. The Commanda Community Center, I believe, Ron, you'd like to explain that?
Oh, yes, in fact, probably is a good time to just do the Commander part. Coming up on the 26th on Sunday, we'll be having our, used to be annual, bazaar and bake sale. We have 12 exhibitors signed up, along with lots of volunteer bakers. So, it'll be on from 10 to 3 with, lots of good stuff, mostly edibles.
So is that open to everybody,
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
the whole
open to the
general public?
Yeah,
Or-
yep.
it's a money
We'll be
maker.
publicizing it widely with the phone blitz and all. And then, December 10th, the Sunday, we have the children's Christmas party in the afternoon. And then in the evening, immediately following the Christmas party for the children, we have the annual community dinner, where the community center provides 3 turkeys and a ham and veggies and mashed potatoes and things. And the community simply arrives, bringing salads and desserts and treats, and we just pig out. It's no charge for the community. This has been going on for decades. I used to marvel, absolutely marvel, that when the day arrived, I mean, we didn't publicize it formally or anything, but when the day arrived, just the right number of people showed up. And there was just the right amount of food. It was like, It's a Wonderful Life or something. I mean, it was magic. And then before COVID, the story goes that somebody at Corner Gospel Church said something, and we were just overrun, and the unthinkable happened. The kitchen staff didn't get fed. So we were trying to massage the whole process. So, and because last year we had it, and only 50 people showed up. I mean, we're set up for 100, only 50 showed. So that gave us EBGBs the other way.
Yeah.
And
So this year, we're very curious at this, we're trying to land this thing with some precision.
And how does your child's Christmas party work? Is it open like to any child or?
Oh, yeah, well, we go out and sort of recruit children in the neighborhood, and getting parents and grandchildren, or grandparents to sign up their kids. And so then we go shopping for them, you know, we're getting an agent, God forgive me, gender suitable toy for the kids, and it gets wrapped and everything. And Santa Claus shows up in his suit and all, and there's games and treats and stuff. Kids have a great time.
Can I ask who pays for that?
Well, in the good old days, this committee did.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
See, I think what Will's looking at here is those Commanda kids probably go to school here
Yeah,
Just wondering if they're gonna be on our Christmas run and on your Christmas list.
And is yours
It could be-
open to any child, like, or is it board members only, or
Oh,
how?
no, it's just for the neighborhood.
Because when you do the
We
Christmas
go and
run, do you
grab
go
as
to,
many kids as we can.
I know we have in the past,
Oh, yeah.
because they met right at the
Yeah, they never, a
command,
lot of times.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
at the command community center, the fire department would go there with Santa and everybody.
so I think that's what we're looking at, a possible duplication.
Maybe you can fill me in on the Christmas run details.
So our Christmas run, so you can call and register 12 years old and under, anybody in Nipissing Township, any kid, child.
Yeah.
Can register, and we deliver a gift with Santa Claus and the elves and the Grinch, etc. on the 9th. And
Now, is this
anybody,
happening at the child's own home?
yeah,
Yes.
we come right to them,
I see. Okay.
right to their driveway.
I think you guys, one year I remember meeting at the counter, or at the.
We do go to command.
Yeah.
Right at the community,
2
right at the
years
community
ago, we
center.
had quite a few.
Yeah.
Last year, we had a couple registered, but they didn't show up for some, I don't know, if something came up or. And we're doing that on the 9th.
Okay. The
Yeah,
Christmas
we are.
run will be the 9th. I have written down the 7th.
And then you guys are looking to do a Christmas
On the 10th.
On the 10th.
for anybody in the township as well.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see the issue of the duplication. Well, I'll tell you what, let's you and I coordinate.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be
for sure.
talking to our gang.
Yeah.
Doing this, and we'll work something out.
Yeah, not trying to be, I'm just,
Yeah.
Well, when I was interjecting earlier, I was talking about next December, right? Like over a year from now. We weren't counting on Nipissing Township for this.
Well, we do this this is the thing we've done every year though, and it's included command, like
Yeah.
we did last year, the year before.
yeah, like,
Let me talk to our gang.
yeah, when we
See what you
do,
mean.
events like on fire, rec, museum, anything, it's for the township of Nipissing, the whole township of Nipissing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would like to actually get a little more, I'll have to come to your meeting next.
We'll talk.
Okay, perfect, thank you, and we'll keep everybody updated. Thanks for that update.
So we're talking about the donation for the Christmas run from the rec committee. What are we thinking? Andrew, you said 500
I know that's what we've done in the past.
in the past. How do you feel about 500 towards it? And then if we don't need it, can it go into,
Well, we could do another thing, or we could purchase something like a books or anything the rec committee would like to throw to families.
so could we use this donation and pigeonhole it specifically for the book program for the family gifts? And say, okay,
I wouldn't pigeonhole it just in case our donations don't come in and we can't afford presents.
Okay.
And, you know, then the family gets something, but the kid doesn't, you know?
okay.
Yeah, cause I know we tend to do it, the family gift was always the,
Game.
the later one. Because
Okay.
we divide up amongst how much money we had for the kids' gifts.
Make sure
And
that,
if it was an over abundance, cause I mean, we're not trying to outshine parents, or anything like that, it's more of just a gift. Then we've gone to a family board game, we've gone to a family movie, we've gone to a family, book.
We've done crazy carpets.
Yeah.
We've done painting,
And then if
snow paints.
Yeah. And if we have, still have
Hot
too much
chocolate.
money, we put it through reserve, we're not spending it just because we haven't, we put it back, so we can use it again for the year that we're short.
so would 500 be enough?
I think anything would be great.
Yeah.
We have great sponsors, the community and surrounding communities really step up, and we can't thank them enough. And the kids love it, like they look forward to it, the kids are already talking about it, and Santa's coming to my house, and
The fire truck.
fire trucks, we threw the Grinch in last year, the Grinch was a big hit. So we'll do a little more with the Grinch this year, and we reached out to a couple other agencies this year. So we might have some special guests from EMS and because they have a mascot now, so. It's a
Well,
long day, but it's a fun day.
I'd make a motion for $500 then.
Okay. Okay. 500 and second,
Seconder,
a seconder, please. Sorry, thank you. Kathy?
know what it's like when nobody puts their hand up.
Oh,
Browbeat them.
exactly right. All in favor? Awesome. I see everyone. Thank you. There we go. Awesome. I think you have all my papers. Thank you. So we've done the community center update. Is there anything else to add to that?
Yeah, so we'll be having a New Year's Eve party. Getting a liquor license, but the only admission charge will be a food bank donation.
Nice.
Local musicians, it'll be just like a better than average jam night. There'll be games and parties and stuff. Great fun.
Awesome.
And that, of course, will be publicized and one come one, come all.
Perfect. I think if we're done, it's a motion to adjourn. So this meeting's hereby adjourned at 8:17. First, Kathy. James, Kathy and James, perfect.
Next meeting?
The next meeting is December 4th. It has it. December 4th.
Okay.
Okay, at 6:30. What's that? All in favor?